Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Global Salvation Prophecy Station. Pastor Loranda here. First, I want to tell you where the gospel can be found, and that is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 1 to 4. Well, folks, the earth is shaking and earthquakes are happening daily on a very large scale. We have all heard by now about the earthquake that took place in Turkey a few days ago. And it was a catastrophe that is happening and still happening, actually, because they are still getting shakes from the aftermath and everything that is there. And it is absolutely crazy. The death toll started out with 500 people and it just kept going. And right now it is over 33,000 people and still climbing. There is over 100,000 people injured, and it is considered to be the 10th largest quake in the history of the world. Horrible incident, guys, but we know that in the last days this is going to happen and happen more frequently. Well, let's take a look. Let's go to the Bible and see what the Bible says about this, because that's what we do here. We like to take things that is going on in the world and see how it relates to biblical prophecy. So in Luke 21, verses 11, it says, "And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall be from the heavens." Well, the pestilence, we've seen that. We've been dealing with that for a couple of years. And the earthquakes are increasing pretty much daily. And not only increasing as the amount of earthquakes is taking place globally, but the size of the earthquakes is increasing. And famines, well, we see that taking place with all the food facilities being destroyed and everything. And now they want now to go after the farmers and charge them with putting too much fertilizer and that on their fields. So we know that there's a lot that is coming down the pipe, so to speak, and it's happening really fast. So, well, we've been hearing a lot about all these objects that has been in the sky, and it's just a constant thing right now, and it's all over the news. It's huge. Everybody wants to be broadcasting it and blowing it up and whatever, and it may be worse than what they're saying and maybe not be worse than what they're saying. So and it may be exactly what they're saying, but you know how the things has been going over the last while, then don't expect it to that you are getting the whole truth anyway. But this is what we have. So guys, there's been at least 5 of those objects. It started, they were balloons. Now they're saying that there's the last few ones that they have spotted in the sky is not balloons. So we're not sure that they are calling them objects. So between the US and Canada combined right now, there has been at least 5 of those that has been shot down. They say there's more because a couple of nights ago, they said there was a swarm of them that has been sighted over northern Canada in the Yukon area. So we're not sure, but these things are global. Even China said now that they're having some come in over China. But now China can say that. And I mean, they were saying that the first one that they owned up to that one, said that it was theirs. But now they're trying to say, okay, the rest of what you guys are seeing is not ours. And they are saying that some of them are being sighted over China as well. But I mean, they can say that, you know, and we're not for sure what country is putting those out. It is suspected that it is China, but I mean, who knows? All the countries could be in cahoots with all that and doing something together with how corrupt everything is right now, you know. So anyway, apparently the pilots have said that as the planes got closer to those objects that they had spotted, it says that it started to interfere with their plane's mechanisms. Agent X, he is an agent in the U.S. He states that it is carrying weapons, which is expected to cause interference with our electrical grids. Now, Agent X is the name he goes by. He as government access, will say, to some classified documents and that. So he is saying, giving us bits and pieces of what's actually out there, and he's saying that those objects that they're seeing in the sky are carrying weapons, and some of them have. The one I think that was knocked down, I think it's been said now that some of that carried some weapons or some sort of thing in there. So we're not sure what'll happen now as all this unfolds. But right now, Agent X is saying that these weapons, if actually activated, can interfere with our electrical grid. And as crazy, guys, as this all seems, CNN, and of course, the mainstream media, and we all know what we think of that, and other news outlets are now saying that it is aliens and of alien origins. Now, people, don't let that foolishness brainwash you into believing this garbage, because us Christians know that in the last days, when the rapture occurs, that the government will use the alien invasion excuse to explain away the rapture. And the Christians have known this for years. I mean, it's been out there for years. So, but we know the difference. We know the difference. We know what it is. If anything at all, it would be fallen angels. And that's all biblical and everything. So, yeah, they will try to use something like the alien invasion. And you know what the sad thing is? Many people will actually fall for this. In the Bible, it tells us about the group. Something will happen that's going to be this strong delusion that people will give up their fate, and there will be a great falling away, and people will actually be foolish enough to follow this. And we've seen so much stuff that has happened over the last couple of years that is very easy to happen, because we know how people's fallen for things and things that they're believing in and stuff like that. So expect to hear that it's aliens and alien invasion and all this stuff, but guys, don't let that brainwash you. With so much technology out there right now, that it's easy for any country to make this seem that way. And with all the corrupt people that is in the governments right now, they're probably all in on this together, each country, but trying to place blame on each other. And then now they're looking to the alien thing. And we know that we're in the last days, and the closer that we get to this rapture, the more of this you're going to see. And it sounds silly right now, but CNN and the mainstream medias are actually picking up on this and actually putting that out there now. So if they're dropping bits and pieces, then you know what's coming. So the government don't want you to know what this really is and everything, but they want to brainwash you into believing their agenda. But guys, don't fall for it. Anyway, let's see what the Bible says about the sights in the sky. In Luke 21, 10 verses 10 and 11, it says, "And there will be great earthquakes in various places, and famines and pestilence, and there will be fearful sights and great signs from heaven." So we know that in the skies, we have the first, the second, the third heaven. We all know. And in our heavens and our skies, there's going to be fearful sights that's going to take place. That and in Luke 21, verses 26, it goes on to say, "Men's hearts will fail them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken." So we know that there's something's going to take place. There's going to be fearful sights in the sky, and it's going to be so bad. Things are going to be so bad that men's hearts will fail them for fear. So guys, don't let that fool you, because the governments can put certain things out there that, and I mean, creating fear. That's That's something they're famous for, right? So let's be careful when listening to those things, and keep an open mind and go to the Bible before you draw conclusions on what you're in the news. Go to the Bible, or you can drop me an email, and I'll be happy to have a discussion with you. So, anyway, guys, we have a solar flare that's has taken place, and it is said that it is coming in and will hit the Earth tomorrow, which is February the 14th. This flare is huge and is expected to cause a lot of issues. These issues can be anywhere from radio, internet, cell phone disruptions to radiation in the atmosphere, plane issues and delays, and major earthquakes and volcano eruptions. Now, I know that Mike from Around the World has already warned us weeks ago that this was coming. Actually, he's been warning us for months, and even in some cases years, telling us that this is coming. But in the last few weeks, he's even given us dates. And February 18th is supposed to be a big wave coming. So, but tomorrow, this is expected to hit Earth. It has already taken place. The sun has already set off this flare. So tomorrow, February 14th, it is expected to hit Earth. So expect a little bit of chaos there, guys, with any electricity or electrical devices like cell phones, and things like that, radios, so on and so forth. But the major thing with all of this is the radiation in that can come in. And these radiations are very harmful. And we know from before when it happened that the planes stopped and they brought the planes that was already in the air down below 17,000 feet because the radiation had entered the atmosphere at 17,000 feet. So the planes was brought down below that to finish at their destination, and the rest of the planes were grounded. So there are major delays in that. And we already seen the major earthquake that just took place in Turkey, and all the chaos and everything that's there, and the huge death toll, and over 33,000 people, and still growing. Over 100,000 has been injured. And Mike has already warned that more of these quakes are going to be coming in, and we are going to see even higher death tolls in the very near future. And he also warns about volcanic eruptions that's going to be taking place, which is also huge and very dangerous. So anyway, the Bible do tell us again in Luke 21 verses 25 to 28, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth the distress of nations with perplexity. So it is going to happen. It is coming in, and there's nothing anybody can really do to stop it. It's biblical, so it's going to happen. So we just my advice is get right with the Lord. So anyway, as we go on here, the fish has been seen washing up on the shores. We know biblically that dead fish is a biblical thing in days and everything as well. It says in Hosea chapter 4 verses 3, therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of the heavens, yeah, the fishes of the sea shall also be taken away. Well, guys, fish has been floating up dead on beaches, and this has been happening a lot in the last while around the world. Now, just a few days ago, just 2 days ago, actually, 7 dead whales have been found washed up on the beaches in northern Cyprus. It was just 2 days ago, 7 of them. Officials are investigating what the cause could be. As such large fish like this is very rare to see washed up on the shores. You do occasionally here and there, but 7 of them, as officials concerned about the cause that are killing these large fish. So now, having said that, again, Mike from Around the World has and warned us and told us that with everything that's going on, those earthquakes, volcanoes, everything, the core of the earth is eating up, which is causing the oceans to pretty much cook fish. If they are down deep enough and the waters are hot enough, it's eating up the waters, the oceans. And we've heard uh, the marine experts and that tell us that the oceans are eating up and for the last few years, but apparently now it's eat it up to the point that it is causing a lot of dead fish and they're just floating to the surface. So, um, I mean, that could be something that is causing this. They're saying that they don't know what's causing it, but of course they do know what's causing it, right? A lot of times they just don't want to tell the people. Well, some short notes on a few things that is taking place, that is going on around the world. The American airline, one of their planes in American Airlines, has collided with a bus. Now, there's 4 people injured. They're not sure on what the cause of this crash is yet, so we're still, if any reports comes in on that, of course, we'll let you know. But it seems to be maybe a runway issue, or the plane had to make a landing on some type of runway or airstrip in that area, or roads or some sort of thing like that. So not sure what's going on there, but anyway, an American Airlines plane has collided with a bus, 4 people injured. And guys, I've been telling you guys about asteroids and stuff, the incoming asteroids, and we've been hearing about it. And I've mentioned it several times on air that they say that asteroids and incoming debris right now is causing fires. People has been killed by them. It's causing damages to homes and stuff like that, which has been going on for a while. And he says that is pretty much on a daily basis. But anyway, an asteroid has exploded over the English Channel. It entered the atmosphere just hours after being spotted early this morning. They named this asteroid 223 CXL. It exploded near the Normandy, France, and was seen in Paris. No damage has yet been reported so far anyway, on this asteroid that has hit to her. But it was seen just hours before it actually hit. There was no warning from NASA. There was no warning from any mainstream media or anything like that. But some people caught it under telescopes and some sky watchers and things like that. And then people started to video it and take pictures. But it came in over France, the English Channel area. It was seen in Paris. No damage has been reported, but it had exploded, and I guess the debris has hit to her. So this one, I guess, was something that, even though they tried, not NASA, and tried not to tell the people, people did see this one and got video and pictures. So I guess they couldn't really hide this one. So they're saying that they didn't catch this one. He came in too fast or whatever. But I mean, with the technology and everything's out there now. Okay. So anyway, again, biblical, coming in from the skies and stuff that we're going to be seeing. So U.S. citizens are asked to leave Russia immediately. And those who are traveling to the area are asked not to, due to the risk of wrongful detention by the Russian government. This type of warning is only and usually issued if a war is expected in the very near future. So it looks like Putin may have something on the go or something up his sleeve, so to speak. Now, we know just a few days ago that he said he broadcast himself on the Russian media that he is having secret talks with someone. He never said who. They expect that it could be either U.S., Ukraine, or NATO. But anyway, he's saying if those talks fail, that he was giving a 72-hour evacuation warning before he goes in with weapons. So I'm not sure exactly. They're not saying what if these talks have already failed or getting very, very close to that, but they're saying, warning the U.S. people uh, if you plan to go to Russia, to not go. If you're already in Russia, to immediately get out. And because there is a risk of wrongful detention by the Russian government. So if they're warning of this right now, they did that with Ukraine. Just before they went in, they were telling people days, maybe even a couple of weeks or so to get out, get out, get out. If you are Russian, if you are Ukraine or anything like that, now get out. Sorry, if you are Russian or US, to get out right now, if any of those residents was there. And I think it was even a Jewish people was called out as well, told to get out because there was an invasion coming. So, and here we go again. Now we're seeing it. They're telling any one that's from the US that has plans to take a trip to Russia, do not do so. And if you are already in Russia, to immediately get out. So something is coming. They have something that they are expecting, I guess, in the next little while, because they are not just saying that, we suggest you may want to get out soon or anything like that. They're saying like immediately get out. So anyway, folks, here you have it. That is the top stories at the moment so far today. And that we will, as usual, keep you updated as we see things come in and feel that it is necessary to inform you of such. So before you go, please subscribe and share this channel. If you need a Bible, email us the address. It is in the description box below, free of charge to you. So anyway, guys, we hope to see you soon. Take care. Have a great day. And God bless.